Hey everyone, I hope you're doing good today. And just before we jump into the main AMA with the two creators of Golden Society, I want to let you know that they've actually given me two 4K refineries that I am going to give away to two of you. So you can see here there's a 24K refinery, which is the biggest one. There's a 4K refinery, which is the slightly smaller one. And if you do want to go into a draw to win one of these, then all you need to do is just leave a comment and just sit back and enjoy the AMA. It was actually really great. There's a lot of exciting, cool information about this project, but I'm not going to say any more. Let's get into the AMA and let's do a quick costume change. Hey everyone, welcome to the video, and I'm really excited about this video because we've got two of the core developers from Golden Society, which is Luuk and Wright, and they're here to chat to me about a lot of cool stuff which has been happening with Golden Society. Some really exciting things, some really cool inroads that's been happening, lots of announcements and stuff like that. So let's jump into it. Luuk and Wright, welcome, and thanks so much for taking your time to have a chat with me.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, cool.
Really cool. Yeah, we've been trying to reach you for a few more months.
Well, I guess we've all been doing. Yeah. Well, we got there eventually. I'm glad we're here now. Maybe we can sort of, just for the people listening, we can sort of take it back a few steps and sort of just spend a little bit of time just sort of introducing what Golden Society actually is. Just sort of the basics summation. Maybe Luuk, do you want to get off on that? Tell me that.
Yeah, sure. So hi, I'm Luuk, one of the founders of the Golden Society. We started the Golden Society in late March. It was kind of the end period of most nodes projects as they saw the peak in all of the people joining. We started out with a very big team, 8 people, 8 guys. We've been working together for the last 11 years, and we were really interested in this DeFi space as we were also building an insurance protocol next to it. So with this node protocol we started, we really we're discovering how the DeFi space is working, how it was operating. So we created a protocol that was solely based on exclusivity. This way we were able to measure and to see how many people were joining, how many new wallets, how many funds were claimed. All of these metrics, we had them all in place, and we made sure that the protocol was able to pivot whenever new strategies were needed because of market conditions. So during the big crash with Luna, we actually made sure that we had a pivot because we were tied to AVAX, pegged to AVAX. AVAX dropped all the way from $114 back to $14. So we stopped the protocol immediately, went back, created a new liquidity pool, pegged to a stablecoin, USDC, and we reached out to Horde, also a very famous node protocol, to ask them if we were able to partner up with them on their liquidity manager. So as a founder of the Golden Society, I do a lot of work on marketing and acquisitions segment of the Golden Society. In the Golden Society, we have a very focused plan on acquiring protocols that are unable to sustain. So we make sure that we onboard them safely into our protocol. All of their investors are onboarded to our protocol because we have a very nice, stable liquidity pool. So the investors that are left behind from a dying protocol are now able to get back to the protocol and earn back their initial funds or earn at least some money back instead of being left alone. So that's the acquisition parts. We are already acquired Harmony Nodes, Etherstones, Griffin Finance. One is is going to be announced today or tomorrow, another one, and then we're in talks with 3 to 5 other protocols that are going to onboard to Gold Society. So that's a different part of our Gold Society, but what we do is we onboard the investors, use the leftover funds from the protocol, and we insert them into our liquidity manager, so the run rate gets lengthened and creates a stable base for the investors from the dying protocol. So that's my part of the Gold Society. I'm on Discord a lot. I'm always open to DMs. I don't hide behind a crazy name. We are docs to our moderators and to our main investors, because we have like an advising investor board, and we are KYC'd with Azure. Yeah, that's basically who I am and what we're doing, what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Right, you can take over.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump in. I'm Wright. I'm also one of the founders of Golden Society. I'm responsible about the marketing and all the communication. And yeah, like Luuk said, we started it like in a crazy market, and as soon as we launched the Golden Society, the market like dumped, and we needed to pivot. And I think we had like a lot of changes and updates, but we managed to pivot to a steady and a steady protocol, and that's where we are now. Like, and from now on, we're looking to into a much simpler and easier to understand protocol than when we started.
Great.
So that's my part a bit of the Golden Society.
Cool. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of interesting stuff which both of you brought up then, and in particular as well, which is the fact that you guys launched at the end of like node season, you know, just while just before the crash happened. And you could almost say that if anything was going to go against you guys, you know, it would have been all of that stuff, because a lot of people have been burned, you know, by nodes. And just before, I do want to go into that a little bit, but before we do, I was just wondering, for the people that are listening, this has always been a question that I've had with people who run projects is, you know, they might be great at marketing, they might be great at doing code and stuff like that, but have they ever run a business before? You know, have they ever managed a treasury before? You know, like what experience have you actually got to essentially run a business? Because, you know, let's face it, this is sort of what it is. And you're asking people to come on board. So I guess I was just curious if you could just really briefly maybe go over a bit of your own personal experience about what, you know, why people should trust you business-wise with this project.
Well, funny that you mention it. All of us in the team are actually entrepreneurs. I had several companies in Holland. I'm now also part of a very big top 100 e-commerce company, European. Wright and Leo, they had a very, very famous fashion company once set up. Then the other guys, they're all entrepreneuring on their own skill set. So the designer from our Gold Society, he set up a big designing company in Amsterdam. The developers are they're all like CTO level of a payment company in Amsterdam. So yeah, the entire team, that we all are between 36 years old and 43 years old. We all had our entrepreneurial backgrounds, managing millions of euros in our experience. So it's we're not the script kiddies that are actually pirating the market. We're very well. We take our work very professional and always look for quality. So yeah, managing that part of is actually we say it like in our backyard. It's yeah, that's the easy part. we weren't very experienced with having Discord communities scream at us, or
Yeah.
that's something that we had to learn in DeFi. Managing a company now also means that you're actually talking one-on-one with your investors. That's not something we normally would have been doing in our daily lives.
Fair enough. Yeah. So would it be fair to say then that you guys are both have been and are successful entrepreneurs, and now you're bringing that into Golden Society, but you're also learning a lot more like how to deal with really pissed off people and, you know, all the other stuff, which maybe isn't as glamorous as everything else. Cool. Okay, nice. All right. Well, that sounds pretty good. And so let's just sort of go back a little bit more as well to where the crash happened. I know you guys had version 1 where we were actually going to do an AMA for that, but you guys said, look, let's wait until the next version to come out. So what sort of happened then? Maybe, right, you could jump in on sort of when the crash happened, you know, like, oh crap, Luuk mentioned that you wanted to pair it with a stable coin. You know, you did the same liquidity thing that whatever it is that Horde are doing, you know, to keep the price stable and all that type of stuff.
Yeah,
do you just want to go?
Yeah.
Do you want to go into that just a tiny bit? Let people
sure.
know?
Yeah, I will. Yeah, for sure. We like when we started with a simple node protocol, and when the market crashed, we had to make some change because we saw the price in dollars, because it was paired to AVAX, just like going down, and we were trying to have like a stable price from the beginning, and like around mid May. We stopped the protocol. We paused everything. We told like our community, guys, this is not going well. We need to have some major changes, and we're gonna pivot to like a stable coin, as the market is not looking good for the next few months. So from there, we were like Luuk said, we reached out to Horde with the liquidity manager. We changed the rules within the society. We always said we always came forward with the idea that we are a protocol that's anti-whales. We don't want whales in our protocol, so we want to like a decent passive income for all our investors, and that's what the last update we implemented helped us do. So now we have like a simple path where you can earn approximately 550% over a year, over 365 days, and it's really simple, really clear. You know what you invest, and you know what you're getting back, and the stable price helps with it. So that's the pivot we needed to do, and it was really good for the protocol to stabilize like this. So we know how many people are claiming, we know how many people are compounding, how many new wallets we are getting in, and what we need to make as a protocol to be able to pay everyone out.
Okay, cool. That's a good segue into the payment thing, I guess, because I mean, a lot of people have been burnt by node projects. You know, they got in when obviously the price was really high, and then the hype died off, and just everything turned to crap, and a lot of people lost a lot of money. So I guess I'm just curious, how can you either guarantee, or what can you do to make investors see your project differently when it does actually come out to paying the rewards, and they are actually going to get something that they paid for?
I will let Luuk touch on this one.
Okay. So what we're doing is we created a system where it's actually very safe to join, as we don't have an excessive claiming anymore. It's based per tier, so there's a max amount of claims you can do per tier. which is all calculated in a runway where we were able to make sure that all of the people that are in the tiers are able to claim. So there's a instead of where we first started promising very high rewards, there's now still 550% that you can make on your initial investment based on the run rate we have at the moment. But next to that, we created something very unique. No other project has done before, and no other project has even been implementing. Shame on you. And that's something we call the X Vault. And the X Vault, it's like a secured treasury. Not us nor anybody else is able to reach the funds, except if you are in our tier system. If you're part of the Golden Society and you've reached a certain tier, which is called tier 4, if you reach that tier, then you're automatically rewarded a certain coin, which we call the xGSDY, the xGDSY, and this is a rebase token, so it follows the rebase hype, except the token that you're getting, it rebases on the value that's in the X Vault. So the value in the X Vault at the moment, I believe it's around $130,000. It's an AVAX. So what you're getting is your coin is 1% building every day, compounding, and every time you create a new node, which we call refinery, you're getting a new 15 xGSDYs airdrop. Every time you create a new node, it's automatically added to your stake. But the thing is, the X Vault keeps growing because with every action somebody does in our protocol, a percentage automatically goes to this X Vault. So it just keeps growing. For the last month, it has grown by 300%. It's been growing very, very fast. But the sister protocols we are building at the moment also have an automatically fee construction built inside of it that it goes back to the X Vault. So we are currently building an insurance protocol. It's been actually our dream to create something that helps DeFi insure all of the investors. We've been working for the last 6 months on it, and this insurance protocol has a automatically distributed fund system to it. So every time there's a profit, a big portion of that profit goes to the X Vault, because we believe that that's something we can keep. That's a promise we can keep. That's something that we are able to maintain, and that's something we give back to our investors that have been with us from day 1 or day 0. But that's something that we as a team really like doing. It's already a security inside our protocol. So whoever is there compounding is actually gaining some other benefits from the Golden Society instead of the people that are just only claiming. And this makes it for us a very, very social protocol. We also have these social events where we allocate a certain amount of money at the end of the month. And everybody in our protocol that needs help with the car repairs or whatever, they can just shoot a ticket with their problem. Then the community, they go over the problems. They are anonymous, and then they'll vote whoever they think should have the money. And then we do this every month. So we send like social funds to people in our society. And that's something that's what we really like, and what makes us different. And
definitely. That's a cool idea, that insurance protocol you're talking about, because you're right, nothing like that does exist, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people would have liked to have used something like that given what's happened right now. I mean, obviously things are going to get better eventually, but yeah, that's a really cool thing, and I like the idea as well of that, because that gives more utility to the GDSY token, right? In terms of it's more sister protocols, you call them, going into it, or which are going to be feeding into that X Vault. So I mean, that's always a good thing when you've got multiple streams of revenue. Would it be fair to say that, I mean, I don't really like this word, but ponzinomics gets thrown around all the time with node projects.
Yeah.
Would it be fair to say
But
that maybe it's
sorry.
No, that's okay. Just it's a little bit like that now, but you're looking to change that just as other projects are looking at doing blockchains or marketplaces or games. You're looking to change that with your sister protocols, including the insurance stuff. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, well, for sure. So the good thing about the node season was that a lot of people were attracted to the idea of creating a passive income, of creating something that they could put their crypto or their money in, and it would come back in smaller pieces and with rewards on it. But the thing is, well, I'm a firm believer of everything in life is a Ponzi. So governments are a Ponzi, and breathing air is a Ponzi, because the last breath you take is the last one that you're gonna live on. But our system it's definitely a Ponzi. It has ponzinomics on it, but we've been trying to change that from the beginning, and we've been trying to create different ways that our community is able to gain rewards from, and we firmly believe that nodes as just nodes or a rebase just a rebase, that's you are unable to maintain that, especially in crypto, as crypto is the fastest developing space in all technology. So one day in crypto is a week in real life, and especially in DeFi, it's going crazy already. So what we believe is you need to adapt and continuously adapt, but you should never leave your investor behind, because they were the ones that believed in your team and in your story in the first moments you released it. So you should always make sure that they are taken care of, and whatever you think of, you should bring them with. So yeah, the nodes it has ponzinomics because you need people in it to lengthen your runway. But creating different ways of side streams, like inflow streams of money, basically that takes at least away a lot of the ponzinomics that most of these projects were built on top of. And just having a treasury investing in other crypto protocols doesn't make sense anymore, because when the market goes down, everything goes down, including your treasury. So it will reduce the runway immediately. So you need to be more on the builder side of things and not on the investor side of things when you're running a protocol.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, I mean, I can't even think of a project off the top of my head where the treasury has managed to sustain the project. You know, I think you need bricks and mortar going into it, so to speak. But hey, during the next bull run, the treasury will be able to do it a little bit, but you know, I guess that's just, you can't rely on that, and you shouldn't, because it doesn't work, and it's been proven not to work really at the moment anyway. So I guess then for people who are wondering, well, hey, what do I even need to do to get involved, or how much do I have to invest? How much can I make? How long does it take? Do you want to maybe do you quickly want to go into what to do, you know, to sort of get into it, and how much money people might want to front up straight away, and when they can expect their ROI, and the gamification, how that stuff works?
Yeah, sure. Let me jump into it. Like I said, we simplified the protocol, so it's easy for new investors to understand it and understand how much they need to invest and how much return they will get. So we simplified it in like 3 paths, and you can start with an investment of approximately 135 USD with a 4K refinery pad, and it will take you like 453 days to cash out approximately 402 GDSY. That's roughly $3,700. And the master pad is the bigger pad if you have more to invest and you want to go quickly. Then you can start with a 60 GDSY token. That's approximately $580, and you will also be able to have the same amount of money at the end of of the protocol in 30, almost a year, 263 days. And those 2 pads are for 2 different investors. The one who has time and not a lot of money and want to benefit of the protocol, and the one who want to go a bit quicker and want to have more to invest in it. We did that because we saw that like the protocols or are too simple and they don't have like a clear path, or they're made way too complicated and people don't understand it, so they cannot get in. And all those gains, well, we said like the 550% gains is only from the nodes. It's excluded the xGSDY. And because it's hard to estimate the gains you can get from the xGSDY, we leave that like open. And when you get involved in the community and you get to know our community members more, then you will see that what we are doing with the xGSDY can get you more and way more than that. So as simple as it is, it's like 2 or 3 paths you can follow. The strategies are on our Discord, so it's really easy to understand, really easy to follow, and it's the same as other protocols. You just jump into Discord or and check our like Trader Joe links to buy the GDSY, and then you will be able to create nodes. We call it refineries, and from there you will start to earning directly your rewards.
Let me correct my buddy here. You don't need to go to Trader Joe. You can go directly to our website. We have an exchange on our website currently, so there's that's the only way to get our token. You use our tool to swap USDC to Ghost site tokens, and then you can just take it from there. So no external exchange is needed.
Yeah. And so you mentioned it was like,
I forgot about it.
that's all right. You know, I did see the swap page on your website. So yeah, you just go there, connect your wallet and just swap it over. So you said it was like 400 days and 300 and something days. Does that mean you have to wait that long to get the money, or can you just draw it out whenever you want, you know, a percentage of what it's built up to, say, in a month or something like that? You know, can you have this as a passive income, I guess?
Yeah. So what we made is it's a tiered system. So like we have 10 refineries is 1 tier, and it goes up all the way to tier 10. Every month you should claim your rewards, because you're compounding, and every time you're compounding, your rewards are well, if you have leftover rewards from compounding, they'll be saved in your rewards tab. But there's a strategy that you really need to understand. So the moment you claim, it also means that you are using that maybe too fast. So you need to follow the guide, which says like when's the best time for you to claim to have the highest rewards on your funds. Because it's if you claim too early, you need the extra time to create the refineries. So you need the days to create the refineries based on your rewards. So it's better to first tier up all the way back to the end of the tier, and then it's always in certain range of days, and then use the leftover days to bulk your rewards, and then to claim them in one go, because that gives you the most benefits.
Okay, cool. So I mean, yes.
If I can add something, the higher you go in the tiers, the more you earn. So you will start with like a few $100, and then it will get up until maybe $1,000 or $1,100 at the end of the tiers. So basically, it takes the first tiers takes about like maybe the first tier takes about 70 days to go through, and after that it's like 40, 30, 28, 30. Until the end. So basically every 30 till 35 days, you will able to claim and have some profit in your wallet, what you can what you can sell and which you can use forever wherever you want.
Yeah, cool. So I guess there's a little bit to it then, which is kind of cool, but we won't go into more detail about it now. Like, I'll just leave the links to the Discord and Twitter in the description, and people can go and find it all out themselves, because, you know, obviously that's going to be more beneficial for them as well, to do it in their own time as well. But what I think is cool as well is that I was looking at your chart earlier, and, you know, it's basically flat now. It's just like Horde. And, you know, everybody's talking about Horde, you know, it's the only node project which is still paying out. And hey, they've done it. Their proof is in their chart, and now your proof is in your chart as well. So it is kind of cool that when you are investing in it, if that's what you choose to do, then you know that you are going to be able to get, you know, what you actually paid for, rather than the price of the token going down and down and down.
Yeah, for sure. Funny part is, when we started with our protocol, the Golden Society, in the end of March, we always said, like, yeah, we don't want all-time highs. We saw all the other protocols like celebrating that they had like an all-time high, and we were like, no, that's the worst thing you can have, because everyone is gonna be selling and no one is gonna be compounding, because if you if you'll be steady if you don't sell, like, just to be honest. And we want a steady price, but we didn't really know how to get it, and we needed to do it manually, but it was too hard to keep up. And then Horde came up with the liquidity manager, and it was like, yes, this is what we're looking for. And you see, we're like 6 weeks from the relaunch of Golden Society after the pause, and it's been steady since. That's really how we imagined from the beginning.
Well, it's great. It's perfect. You know, it's like the golden ticket almost, you know, in term, well, golden ticket, Golden Society, that sort of slipped out, you know, but yeah, it's cool. It's cool to see it flat, because it gives investors trust as well, you know, like, or more trust, I should say, with it. Just real quickly, you mentioned there's 2 ways of earning. There's with the GDSY token and the xGSDY token. What's the X token about?
The xGSDY is linked to the X Vault. So like Luuk mentioned, yeah, we have the X Vault in the Golden Society as a security for our investors. And the xGSDY is a rebase token that rebase upon the X Vault. So yeah, GDSY is for node creation and the liquidity pool, and the xGSDY can only be earned through compounding and then reaching the T4 of refineries, and from there you get each time you create a node, you get an extra 15 xGSDY outside your normal rewards of GDSY.
Cool. So it's kind of like a bit of an incentive to get people to compound as well, then.
Yeah,
completely.
I think it's a bit of both. So you will be compounding, and then we'll be claiming and selling at the end of the tier. And it's a path we created, and we forced a bit our community to go through it, as we want to reward the ones who are compounding and believing in the protocol, instead of the ones who are like just claiming and made like 20 refineries of 20 nodes and just claiming each day, for adding nothing to the protocol.
Yeah, fair enough. So I guess talking about the protocol then, what do you guys have planned for it, you know, in the next sort of few months?
Well, in a few days, we're going to launch our NFT boosters. This is something that's going to be new. We're going to be launching a pause button pretty soon to the protocol, where a single investor is able to pause his entire DApp, so he won't miss days when he's traveling or when he's sick, or she, so that he has more control over it. We are about to acquire a few more projects, so they're going to be merged into the Golden Society, which is pretty cool. We are in talks with other projects and other protocols for more collaborations. So we have been in talks with a few protocols that are launching like really extremely cool stuff, and we are going to be partnering up on it. So in our DApp, there's going to be more utility, and then we are focusing a lot on our next protocol, Haven, which is going to be one of the first insurance protocols in DeFi. And this is going to be launching in Q3. So we are already testing a lot of it and hoping to launch it this quarter. Well, not hoping, we are going to launch it this quarter. There is so we have a lot of really smart people in our community, and they have been helping us in providing like calculating sheets, guides to other community members. But we found that these individuals are also looking to build a protocol, but have no idea where to start, how to do it, or how to create something. So we have been working on an idea where the Golden Society is going to help all of these people to build their own protocols by giving our developers and our designers and our data guys time to help these individuals. And once they set up their protocol and it launches, we automatically are at the end of the conversion. So there's going to be a small percentage from these protocols back to the Golden Society. So it's kind of a partnership, but we help out by giving investors the role of a creator and trying to make more creators in DeFi, because that's what you need. But a lot of people are having these amazing ideas but just don't know where to start. And us as a team, we have seen the ropes now, and we are able to help out fast with a lot of people. So that's kind of something that we're going to be doing in the near future as well.
Yeah, I mean, chatting with you just about all the updates and just what's been happening, it seems like there's a lot of, you want to build the ecosystem of Golden Society out quite a bit. It's almost like the node part of it's just a secondary thing. Obviously, it's an important thing because that's how you get money from the investors, or for investors, I mean. But yeah, all these other things, insurance, helping other projects, almost like a bit of a launch pad, that type of thing. So yeah, that sounds pretty cool. And all right, so
it's an important thing to have. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you go. No,
it's important to have multiple income streams to keep the protocol healthy. So that's why we have those ideas. Our main protocol will be the insurance haven, and because it's something that's really needed in DeFi, and all those like amateurs who start like a call without any kind of responsibility, if I may say it, worded like this, will have now something that's we will now have something that will have some security for the investors, but also for the protocols. So that's why.
Yeah, sorry.
That's why we got so much thing going.
Yeah, so there we go, a bit of talking over each other. Sorry there. Right. Yeah, no, I agree with the multiple income streams. I think that's generally a good idea just with life as well, whether it's crypto or anything. All right. And so I was wondering if maybe both of you just give some really quick answers to this question. I was just wondering, what are you guys most perhaps worried about with the future of Golden Society, or hesitant of?
That's a very good question. So we've grown a lot to like our investors and to our community, and this also makes us invest all of our time into building this trust and relationship with our community. Yeah, I think the biggest part that we are scared of is the time that we might hit a stoppage because of regulations or authorities trying to break into the market or something like that, when we are unable to provide to our investors the benefit of the Golden Society that they would really like to have. So that's why we are rapidly trying to create new protocols and use this speed and quality to keep our investors onboarded, because we firmly believe that whatever we are doing, we are going to get the Golden Society investors over to our next protocol, to our next protocol, to our next protocol, because we really like the group of people that are in our Discord and that have been with us from the beginning. We really want to stay connected with these people.
Cool. How about you, Wright?
I have a bit the same attachment with the community. I think I'm happy like that we are not really depending on the markets, because we are pegged to the USDC, or like paired with the USDC with a stable coin. But what I'm most scared of is I think that the whole market crash and we get in a recession, and I don't think that that USDC or like a stable coin will help us out. But as for the community, we have a nice community. We have a good healthy protocol, and the most of the worries are gone by now, and we are just like focusing on positivity and new things that are coming, and we're really excited about it. So the scared part is a bit less, way less than when the market were crashing and we need to pivot, and it was stressful, but at the end, when you pull it off, it gives you a lot of energy.
Yeah, definitely. And so final question then, the opposite of that, what are you most excited about? Maybe do you want to go first, Wright?
Yes, I think the most where we're excited about, we have a lot of things coming up, but I really think the most important thing is the insurance. I saw a lot of rugs. I experienced a lot of rugs as an investor due to a lot of things. One of them is like the amateurism in the teams who are creating the protocols, and also the responsibility they are taking within doing, and sometimes it also they are just not capable to pivot or change to turn the protocol around. And I think with this idea of ensuring DeFi, it's a crazy idea for a lot of people, but we have like we put it as such that you need to think twice before starting a protocol, and if you're gonna do it, everyone is gonna be insured, and you're gonna be secured. You're gonna get a lot of more investors, but also they will have like a secure feeling that they're investing in something that they know if they rocked, they still gonna have their money back. And I think that's the most thing I'm excited about, because we started working on this before launching the Golden Society, and now it's like we are like how do you say that? Sometimes my Dutch is like my English is just filling me, but we experience that a lot of people are just wanting something like that in the DeFi, and I'm still like
a lot of demand for it.
Yeah, there's a lot of demand for it, and I'm still like not shocked, but a bit perplexed that no one came up with it in this time in the DeFi. So we are also happy to be the first.
Yeah, that's a cool idea, and everybody's gonna want to jump onto that, I think, because rugs are a thing and scams are a thing, and people don't want that. Maybe people haven't done insurance because inherently that's a big risk in itself, just because crypto is so unstable. But I'm really excited about that project. That does sound really cool. So it'd be cool to, hear about more of that later on when it gets further in development. And Luuk, how about you? Excited for Golden Society?
Yeah, so yeah, I'm really excited on the next few updates that we're going to be doing. So we will not be touching the protocol anymore as it comes down to making it different strategy wise, but we are going to be adding more gamification layers to it. So we will be launching different kinds of NFTs, different kind of booster NFTs. We are launching different kind of staking strategies. But I'm also very excited for the market to turn back to a whole another green level, because let's say AVEX does a pump to $200. That would literally mean that our XVOD is also going to be 10xing. So that would mean like millions in our XVOD. And all of the people that are now thinking xGSDY is a meme coin, or it has not that value yet, will be looking at their DApps like, oh shit, this thing I invested in back in the bear market, it's now actually worth a shitload of money. So that's also something that I'm hoping that the market's going to go this way, and our XVOD just keeps on building slowly, and then that's something. Yeah, I'm really excited about.
Yeah, cool, awesome. Yeah, so much potential with all the stuff you're doing, and it's really cool to hear about it all. So thanks for giving your time to do this AMA and to chat and to just answer a whole lot of stuff, which I'm sure hopefully people get some value out of. And if you are watching, I'll leave all the info for Golden Society in the description, so you can go there and check it all out. And Luuk and Wright, thanks so much for having a chat with me.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
No worries.
And hope we can chat again, and wish you all the best.
Yeah, sounds good.